Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change stock options trading journey. And today, Tuesday, February the 27th. Yes, I am a little late, but I'm also still on location, traveling still in the great state of Georgia. Once again, broadcasting live from my brother's restaurant, 2504 Candler Road in Decatur, where it's greater, baby. We talking about the hardest working man in soul food and seafood, broadcasting live for today's show. Want to thank you all for tuning in. I know I'm a little late, but as we were getting ready to walk out the door, my brother had to take a boo-boo, and it caused me to be a little late. That's right, I'm blaming it on him. Yes, indeed. We're glad you guys are here, and we are looking at the market this morning. We can see the market has already made a little bit of move. As you can see it breaking out of my controlled buying algo right at the bell, coming right back to it. So I want to go ahead and eliminate pre-market because a pre-market low has been violated already. And instead, we do have some support at this area that we want to use. The 506 has been using a great support area. And you can see from my middle chart that we are in a controlled buying algo right now. So automatically today, it's starting to look good for the bulls. Thank you guys for your patience as the usual suspects start showing up into the building. As I'm getting my charts together, just to guys let you know, I have a 507 put pulled up and a 506 call, ready to take the market in either direction that it goes. And being that I don't even trade until 10, things actually worked out for me. I don't know how, but we're going to be patient this morning. Good morning, team. Thank you guys for joining, and please excuse my tardiness, but nonetheless, we are still here ready to make something happen. Let me pull up yesterday's action so we can get a much broader view of exactly what took place yesterday and how that is affecting today. So yesterday we continued to downtrend, as I spoke about yesterday morning, that the market was downtrending. However, it was not a reversal. It was just some profit taking that was done and an opportunity for bulls to come back in and buy lower prices. You see that happen at the 506. The bulls came back in at the 506 and took the price back to the 507, only for us to be right back at the 506 area this morning. Now, I will be very interested in a put if we break the 506 area, because it looks like we would have a free ride to the bank all the way down to the 504 area. So to be specific, the 504.50 will be my first area of profit taking, the 504.50. So I do want to highlight that. And I call out that that will be my first profit taking area, the 504.50. Just waiting for some structure. And the structure that I'm looking for is for us to break out of this algo and to continue down. That will give us another leg down. To verify this and to show this even more, I want to bring up the pre-market chart But however, in the pre-market chart, okay, you can see this algo, and then we had the break of that algo right at market open. We got a great bounce, and we are trending up momentarily, but this is still a lower high and a lower low. If I remove pre-market and we just look at yesterday's action and today's action, this is what the chart is looking like. Now you can clearly see the downtrend, and as I mentioned yesterday, it was very hard for traders, not so much so for investors, but very hard for traders, with huge peaks and valleys. Huge peaks and valleys. But nonetheless, outside of this movement that we had here, the late afternoon, coming from that 506 area to that bounce, once we broke it again yesterday, we have been putting in lower highs and lower lows. That brings us to this morning action, currently where we are at 9:25. 5 minutes left before we have the 10:30 candle. Can't wait to see what the 10:30 candle brings us. If it will bring us, let's pull up the 30-minute chart. If it will bring us a continuation down or not. But let's take a look at yesterday's 30-minute candle so that we can understand why it was so dangerous for traders yesterday. We did have that move yesterday around 10:30, but it just wasn't a clear setup. So there are scalps to be made, but we want to make those scalps based on clear setups. If we do anything without a clear setup, we are gambling, and that is something that we don't do on this channel. We see the indecision. Now we can see here in this first 5-minute 30 candle, even though it is red indicating bearish, but this tail underneath it is showing us that we have a lot of bulls hiding in bear skin clothing. So there's a lot of bulls hiding in this bear skin.
Very good.
Three minutes left to a new 5-minute candle and a new 30-minute candle. What we want to see to even potentially think about taking a put, for me, I want to see trading beneath the 505.5 area. I'm going to go ahead and put an arrow here. That will be the safe trade. This is where the safe money is. Anything above that, you can be used as liquidity by the bulls. Don't be fooled by these red candles. These are still bulls hiding in bear skin. So don't be fooled by these candles. Stick with the structure. Stick with the setup. Stick not just with confirmation, but with continuation. We make our money with continuation. 2 minutes left. We would like to see this candle close outside of this algo and then have the next 30-minute candle be a continuation. Let's go ahead and zoom in and pull up the 5-minute candle. Let's zoom out for a little bit of a broader view. There we have it. I hope I didn't confuse anyone, but there is a micro algo within this buying algo, and I'm looking for the break of one for the close and for the break of the second one for the continuation. That'll put me around that 505.50 area, and it is in that area that I will potentially look for a trade in either direction. Hey, you want to say hi to people?
It is me, Spanky, the hardest working man in soul food and seafood. If you're ever in Atlanta, come see me. The best turkey legs in the A, and we also feature fried turkey ribs, soul food and seafood, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, cabbage, sweet potatoes, ribs, rib tips, fish, chicken, and shrimp. Been doing it for 30 years. When I say we got the best food in the A, believe what I say. 2504 Kendall Road in Decatur, where it's greater, baby.
And that was my brother Spanky. Today's sponsor is Spanky Chicken and Seafood Lounge. Thank you, Spanky. And we are back above VWAP. The market is trading above VWAP. And ironically, you can see if I zoom in how this algo that I drew, how the market bounced right off of it and has been doing so for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So I hope that I didn't confuse anyone, but I needed to draw both of these algos. This second algo within the first one. It's not me, it's just what the SPY is showing us. I still propose the same question as yesterday for a long. Where do you buy in at? Being that we're close to all-time highs, where do you buy in at, and where would your profit target be? And who would be the liquidity? There is liquidity here that could be grabbed by the bulls to take it higher. When we have overhead resistance at the 507.15 and of course at the 507, which was pre-market high. So where the stock is trading now, outside of this algo, you got to look at the risk versus reward. See if it's worth it or not. I'm going to go ahead and put an alarm here because I would like to be notified if price gets below here again to start looking for a trade. And specifically, this area is the 505.6 is where I'm putting my alarm at. Let's take a look at that 30-minute candle. We did not get the continuation that we wanted on the 30-minute candle. And we are staying above VWAP currently right now. Ooh, I forgot about this algo. Okay, there is a competing buying algo. Let me make this orange. There is a competing buying algo. I'm going to go ahead and make this orange so we don't confuse anyone. Okay. So we do have a couple competing algos, a buying and a selling algo. Will also reduce my size today as I'm traveling. We are outside of this selling algo. Patience now is the only thing that is required to see what happens. $506.59. Now, if you look here to the left, you can clearly see that controlled selling algo that I just drew up here with the orange and it being respected because there are two competing algos. We have a selling algo and we have a buying algo. Both are competing with each other, emphasizing even more reason for us to be on the sidelines. right back to the bottom of that controlled buying algo, and it's bouncing off of that. So we have to give it up for the algos. We figured the algos out, so we can't be fooled, we can't be tricked. We understand clearly what's going on. Now it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for our trade to present itself, if it presents itself. And if it doesn't, we will remain on the sideline, safe with our money. If I can get everybody to go ahead and hit the like button for me right now, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button. There is the beginning of what we were looking for, breaking out of that controlled buying algo. But remember what I told you, I wanted to see that close and see the continuation. But I know that the safe money is going to be beneath here. Until we get to the 505.5, I don't trust it. You can see exactly what's happening, which is exactly why we did not get in this trade yet. You can see exactly what has happened. We have these lines up here for a reason. We have guidance for a reason. We have structure for a reason. We know where the trade will happen, but just because we know the area that will happen does not deserve our money unless we have a very clear setup that gives us the edge. Guys, please hit the like button. Let's give it up for these lines. And thank you for your patience as I am on location today, still in the great state of Georgia. Even though I'm in Georgia, trading is on my mind. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go step away and get me a cuppa, as we have a little more than 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. So let's be patient and see what happens. But we are getting closer to taking a put. We're getting very close to the money. We just have to be a little bit more patient and wait and see. You can clearly see on the line chart, we're breaking out of the buying structure, going back into the controlled selling structure. I do have a 507 put lined up, ready to potentially take this trade with a 507 put, waiting for the alarm to hit. But also keep in mind, this could also potentially be a call down here as well. A lot of time left. A lot of time left in the 30-minute candle. A lot of time left in the 5-minute candle as well. We want to be patient. And my ears are closer to me than they are to you guys, because you know I love to jump and get in these trades early. So I am exercising some very profound discipline right now, waiting for the confirmation before I take this trade. Profound discipline right now. Yes, yes. Lance said, I see a wedge forming, ready to break up or break down. Absolutely correct. Dr. J reminding everybody to hit the like button. Dan, yes. Brian, yo, yo, yo. Let us stay alert. Oh my goodness. I was not ready. I was not ready. Don't let stress spank. Don't let Spanky stress you out. Yeah, oh, you see what I mean? Right here at the arrow, guys. Right here at the arrow where I want to be at. And that's exactly why I have this arrow on this screen. Wow, wow, wow. Somebody, please give it up. I wish I had the applause button. I'm going to just applaud myself. I got to applaud myself. This came right to that area. And this is why we wait for confirmation. This is why we wait for continuation. We know the area, but we don't know what will happen in the area. So right now, I'm just grateful that everybody is still safe. We didn't fall for that trap. And that's also why I told you guys that I might be looking for a call down here. We knew that this area was going to be an area of a trade. And I might be looking at a call down here because there is a lot of liquidity that has been built by the Bears. And for the Bears not able to push this down any further, that has got to be disheartening. It has to be disheartening. It has to be disheartening. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, teammate. But this is that call, guys. I told you. I wish I'd have been just a little bit quicker because we see on a 30-minute, man, they came right back and ate it up. I'm going. They came right back and ate it up. Go ahead, take that out. Oh, I don't know what happened. All righty. We are attempting to break out of that selling algo right at the roof of it again, right at the top of it again. The only difference is this time there is liquidity to help push this move. There is liquidity and I am now into profits. I'm now in the profits. I got into that call as I told you guys I would. Grateful. I took a 506 call. I'm not going to marry it, of course, because I am on location. So I'm not going to marry it. 30 seconds left in this 5-minute chart. Also looking, a lot of time left in this 30-minute chart as well, and the bulls are coming on strong, indicated by these bottom tails. Bulls buying up lower prices. So grateful I stayed in that trade. Again, there is a lot of liquidity that has been provided for the bulls by the bears. There is a lot more liquidity left, especially if we get over to 506.25. Exactly where I have my line at now, 506.25. Trading over this area can start triggering these bears to cover, creating more profit for myself, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Very grateful for what is happening right now as the stock price continues to soar. Very grateful with that move. Very grateful with that move. Again, I did not marry it because I know and understand that we have a competing algo that might be looking to grab some liquidity and take it down. But I saw the move when it happened and was able to make some nice profits off of that move. So I want to thank myself for being so open-minded that I was able to realize that that put was not going to work, to get in the call, to take the call, take a little bit of profit at the end of the 5-minute candle, go into the very next candle, and take profits at 96 cents. Very grateful. Again, as I stated all along, it was not a move that I was going to marry, but we do have quite a bit of competing algo still here. Very grateful I was able to get in and get out, make some money with that. Thank you, Dr. J. I appreciate you, and everybody else, I appreciate you. As you can see, the bears allowing the price to come up so they could grab these bulls, the ones who stayed on longer than I did, and squeeze them to attempt to pull them back down into this selling algo. Very interesting. Again, back looking at the 30-minute candle. We had a very aggressive move by the bulls, and that's what I took advantage of. And it happened twice before at the same area. So for it to happen one more time was not a surprise. Still was not a move you could marry, but we are fastly approaching the 11 o'clock hour. And with not one, even though this does have some upper wick to it, the tail is still twice the size of the body, therefore indicating very bullish sentiment. So therefore, if we could end up with two hammers, a green one and a red one, with price then trading above the hammer, that would then put us right back very, very solidly into this controlled buying algo. Without that, there is still a lot of liquidity here that the bears could grab. Imagine if these bulls had to start covering in this area. With that happening, we can expect price to come down to the, I'm going to go ahead and just put a line here so you know what profit target would be. And that's the 505. If the bears are successful at squeezing the bulls, we can expect profit to come down to 505. I want to pull up the handy dandy real quick so to help you see these algos. This is the orange is the controlled selling. The purple is the controlled buying. Okay, I can go ahead and do away with this minor structure right now because we also have support here. We have support, control selling, control buying. So a lot is happening in this area. Bouncing off of VWAP, yes it is, but more so it's bouncing off of support. You have support here, this green at the 5059. It's bouncing off that 5059. Breaking VWAP right now. And also sitting on top of the controlled selling algo. Who's calling? We are still in that same lull, guys. You can clearly see the sideways action. You can clearly see the confusion. You can clearly see the stuckness between the controlled buying, the controlled selling, VWAP, and support. A lot is going on in this area. Quite a bit. Yes, sir. Quite a bit is going on at this area. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Yeah. I'm spanking, brother. I was on the phone. Go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. Okay. Looks like we starting to get some action, but still not a clear setup to get in.
I was gonna do it anyway right there. Stop waiting on the. Okay, this is all we want to do out here.
Yes, sir. Hold on.
That's all on the phone. Okay, hello.
Right back to support. You can see how support is holding up. It came and touched the top of the controlled selling, right back to support, and support is holding up. Please stand by. There is no clear trade right now. There is no clear structure at the moment, that is. Okay. Okay, let me go ahead and draw this. Yeah, did you call Andrew? There we go. Right back into that control selling. Very powerful move. Very powerful move. We have broken out of the buying algo. We are now into this control selling algo.